Hey, Hogs! Calipari continues his relentless pursuit of recruiting the nation's #1 forward. Will he bring this guy to Arkansas? Let's see the news. But first, subscribe to the channel to receive more updates. Arkansas is once again experiencing those days when the future seems bigger than the present, and much of that depends on John Calipari. Since his arrival in Fayetteville, the coach has already given signs that he intends to reestablish the Razorbacks at the center of the big conversations in college basketball. The pursuit of Jordan Smith Jr., the nation's #1 point guard/forward, only reinforces that this reconstruction will not be discreet. Calipari is not just recruiting, he's aiming for the top in an aggressive, calculated, and absolutely characteristic of someone who knows the game on and off the court like few others. On Thursday night in Fairfax, Virginia, Calipari and assistant Chin Coleman went to see Smith in person, reinforcing their interest in a player who under normal circumstances wouldn't visit Arkansas solely for education. Not only was he on campus in September, but he also kept the university in his shortlist, narrowing a group that includes historically strong programs like Duke, Kentucky, Indiana, Syracuse, and Georgetown. When a prospect of this caliber doesn't rule out Arkansas and, on the contrary, begins to seriously consider it, it's a clear sign that something has changed in the national perception of the program, and that something has a name and surname. Even analysts who have considered Duke the frontrunner for months acknowledge that Arkansas has gained ground. Some say the process is entering a decisive phase where Calipari, through his persistence and the logic that has always guided his style, is beginning to tip the scales. Smith is expected to finalize his decision after the new year, giving the coach enough time to intensify his approach and, above all, to convince the player that Fayetteville is the best path for his transition to the next level. To say that Jordan Smith Jr. is only the second best prospect in the country is almost to diminish his credentials. He's one of those talents who escape the common definition. Physically gifted, with a wingspan of 2.04 meters, strength that bothers opponents, and a competitive spirit that multiplies his impact. Few high school players can alter the course of a game in so many different ways. Smith can score, create, defend, punish on the rebound, initiate transitions, pressure the rim, or control the pace, and he does it with the naturalness of someone who doesn't need to monopolize the ball to be dominant. He's the type of player who steps onto the court and immediately improves the team, even without flashes of forced protagonism. Exactly the profile that Calipari has so often managed to leverage. This natural fit with the coach's philosophy becomes even more obvious when observing how Calipari has been conducting his second season with Arkansas. Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas, two elite point guards on the current roster, are living examples of accelerated development. Together, they're producing 34 points per game in the first 9 games of the season, highlighting the track record that has accompanied the coach since his time at Kentucky. If the argument is trajectory, there is no doubt that Smith has one of the most favorable environments possible before him. The Arkansas 2026 draft class, currently ranked 24th nationally, already has solid foundations with J.J. Andrews, a 5-star forward from Little Rock Christian, and Abdou Toure, another versatile forward from West Haven. Both signed early, ensuring that Calipari doesn't have to build the foundation from scratch. But the presence or absence of Jordan Smith is the difference between a good draft class and a transformative one. If Arkansas surpasses Duke and signs the point guard, the projected leap is straight to the national top 3, something few would have predicted when the cycle began. Smith's recent numbers on the Nike EYBL circuit reinforce that the investment isn't just for media attention. More than 20 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks per game don't happen by chance. They reflect a complete player, already ready to compete at a high level and with still vast room for growth. The adjustments, especially consistency in his three-point shooting, are minor details compared to the range of skills he displays on the court. Calipari's Arkansas is positioning itself for a strategic leap, and the pursuit of Jordan Smith Jr. is the epitome of this moment. Every move, every trip, every meeting, and every word directed at the recruit reveals an ambition that goes beyond assembling a competitive team. It's about putting the Razorbacks back among the centers of gravity in college basketball. Could he land on the team?